good looking. I'm so glad that you came to my kitchen today to sit there and see what we all have cooking. Grab a hold of that vine, swing right on in my kitchen, and let's get cooking. Good looking. Well, today we're putting them balls to the wall, and we're going to sit there and can up some good homemade German potato salad. So, let's get cooking. Good looking. Okay, before I make any of that potato salad that I was telling you about, I sit there, I've washed my potatoes. I'm just gonna come down here and I slice my potatoes all up. And then just continue slicing them all up as such. Grab them, and I add them to just a kettle of cold water. Now, I will let these sit a good hour or more, and what this is going to do, it's going to draw a lot of the starch out of the potatoes. That starch will be sitting right down at the very bottom. Now, you can use that starch that's sitting at the very bottom of your kettle here. Just sit there, put it on a little piece of parchment paper, put it in your dehydrator, and you'll have potato starch. But we're not going to be doing that. I'm just trying to remove as much starch as I possibly can from my potatoes, because it will leave one heck of a nasty film onto the inside of your jars, and it's not the easiest to sit there and get off of your jars. So that's what I usually do. I have all my washed potatoes, and I just sit here and I just slice them all up like this. But I'm not going to bore you by having you watch me do how many of these potatoes and keep doing the same thing over and over. So we'll be back after my potatoes have soaked in the cold water and drawn out most of the starch. Well, I let my sliced potatoes sit there and soak in some water to help draw out some of that starch out of the potatoes. Now, if you do this, your jars won't get that film on the inside. I found that out the hard way. Hey there, good looking. I'm so glad that you came to my kitchen today, because I'm going to sit there and show you how to can up German potato salad. Now, as you see, I already have one started and ready to go into my pressure canner. But I'm going to sit there and fill up the rest of my jars, so I'm bringing you along. You're going to need 3 cups of these sliced potatoes. Now, I slice mine up like this, and that's what you're going to be needing. Now, we need to make the brine for the German potato salad. Now, I like using a pint jar, and I like putting all my ingredients in the pint jar to mix them all up, and then add them after I fill up my jar. And I'm using 1.5 pints canning jars here. So, what you're going to be needing besides the 3 cups of sliced potatoes, you're going to be needing 1 small onion. Let me see if I got that all in the view. 1 sliced onion. You're going to be needing 1/2 cup of vinegar, so let's go ahead. Add the vinegar. 1/4 cup water. You're going to be needing 1 teaspoon, and I'm using canning salt. So let's go grab 1 teaspoon of our canning salt. Go ahead, add that. Then you're going to be needing 1/4 teaspoon of black pepper. And then I use 1 teaspoon of dried parsley. So let's go ahead, add the parsley. You're also going to be needing 6 tablespoons of sugar. So I already have some sugar here. So let's measure out 6 tablespoons. Now, let's give that all a good mix. Just as such. Now, I'm just going to set this off to the side. And now, let's just grab the potatoes, put our potatoes in our canning jar. And while I'm filling up the canning jar with the potatoes, I like to grab some of the onion and put the onion throughout it. So I put some potatoes in, then I'll stop and I'll grab some of the onion and put some of the onion in. So I'm going to keep doing that. I'm going to grab my rubber spatula and I'm just going to help pack the jar up. It just seems to help if I do it this way. So I'm going to add some more of them diced up onions. Gonna grab more of the sliced potatoes. Now, it's okay if you don't get all 3 cups in. I'm just gonna slice it, slightly push them down. Now, I'm gonna grab our brine, give it another good stir. And now, I'm just gonna come over here and I'm gonna pour it right on in. gonna get some of all that out of the mason jar here and make sure that gets put all into my canning jar. Push that off to the side. Now I'm gonna go down with my rubber spatula, and we're gonna somewhat, as good as we can, debubble your jar. That's why I was grabbing it before and pushing it down. So I'm gonna add some more of the potatoes because I want them to get it up to this bottom rung as close as I can. And that looks pretty well good. Now, I have my paper towel that's dipped into vinegar. We're gonna run that all across the top. I'm gonna grab my canning lid, put my canning lid. I'm gonna grab a canning ring, place the canning ring on, finger tighten it. I have 2 jars down, and I have a few more to go. I'm gonna put these in the pressure canner, and we're gonna pressure can them at 10 pounds of pressure for 40 minutes. That's just how easy it is to can up your very own German potato salad recipe. So if you liked what you saw here today, please be sure to share, like, and if you're not yet a subscriber to my channel, go up and please hit that subscribe button. Tap that little bell, that way you always be notified every time I do put out a new video. And as always, here's to happy cooking, but better yet, happy eatings. Y'all come back now, you hear?